Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing a freestyle horoscope for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Sagittarius. And, excuse me, I am doing this because I felt like a calling to it, actually. I was thinking I was only going to pull 2 cards. No. This series has gotten like out of hand in the sense that I've gone on for, my videos have been very, very long. And this is the last one I'm doing recording. So, you know, I have been enjoying it, but it has been kind of an obstacle course because of my lighting and it's Mercury retrograde. So it just seems like there's always been like an obstacle to recording these videos. But these aren't to take the place of my other videos, just so you guys know. I still intend to keep doing my regular, you know, Shadowscapes videos, my general horoscopes, because to me that is basically, you know, my usual thing, my usual spiel. But this is like, I want to do something a little bit different, more like how I read. I am using the Call It Baron Read Enchanted Map Oracle deck, but I am reading directly from the book for several cards there, but I'm also going to be using my regular deck and my other decks that I have taken a lot of artistic creative license with. So, so let's see what we get. I'm just going to let it spread for you. You got kind of an interesting, as usual, you're all over the place, Sagittarius. Kind of an interesting spread. Literally, you're running the gamut here of all situations that could possibly happen. You may be in a relationship to a Scorpio, because that's coming through. An Aquarius also. Virgo also. It's almost hard to know where to start here. I feel like for some of you, you've been going through a tough time. You've got the rock bottom card crowning you, which, as you can see, it's sort of like falling down. I see it as falling down the rabbit hole. This is like the bottom. This is like falling into a hole that's at the bottom, or coming to, you know, if you look at it, the road comes to an end and you reach the end of the road. There's nothing there. The bottom is dry, okay, of whatever this tunnel is, or at the end of the road you've hit a brick wall. That's kind of how I see it, where you can't really go any farther. And then you have the dry desert card in the immediate future, which is about going through a testing time, not really seeing an end to hardship, not being able to see it in your mind, having been going through it for so long, struggling for a long time. And to me, together, rock bottom and the dry desert, to me, it's a very long, dry spell, okay? For those of you who haven't been in a relationship for a while, this is you, okay? For some of you, this is financial hardship. This is financial struggle. This is where, you know, you haven't had much in your bank account for a long time. Maybe you've survived on $10 a week for years. You know, this kind of thing is here. The problem is later down the line, you've got the cleaning house card plus the goblins, which is a time where, you know, things may cut and things may improve, but then for whatever reason, there's something that stops the improvement. So it's almost like highs and lows, you know, very, very low lows, hitting rock bottom, being depressed. You know, the goblins card is about fear stopping you. You're afraid. Some people are afraid of their own success. You know, you may be afraid of your own success. Whatever it is that you're fearful of, that will be causing problems later down the road. Now, the time frame for these videos is a little bit more flexible than usual. So it can be anywhere from mid-May to end of June to years down the road. Okay, this is where you know, I don't really want to put too many time frames on it. So the problem though is because the Goblins is the outcome, it's a negative outcome, which I don't like to see. So it's your fears blocking you. You don't necessarily believe that you are worthy, for whatever reason, of love, or that you are worthy of having success, or that things can get better. You're so afraid, and you're so wrapped up in your fears that it's causing a blockage. You also have the clearing house card. Some of you need to have your house cleared, okay? Some of you live in a house that has negative energy, okay? So, you know, I have a friend who I refer for this. Definitely message me about that. You know, if you live in this area, but you may want to contact someone who does that professionally. It's an energy thing. It's clearing the energy. You need to clear the energy around you. But it's also, you need to adapt a very positive perspective, which is not, it's unusual for Sagittarius to have a negative perspective, but it is possible because you've gone through so much that at the end of the line, you're just like, what's the fucking point? I'm just going to die anyways. I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Like, you have this very negative perspective. Like, you know, like, it's just very, very, like, critical that you adapt a positive perspective so that the outcome will change. I feel like if you adopt a positive perspective, you're going to have a relationship. For some of you, you are afraid of getting into a new relationship, and that fear is blocking the relationship. Any doubts also, maybe doubts within yourself, self-worth issues, self-esteem issues. Know that you're good enough. Know that you're pretty enough. Know that you deserve it. Know that there is someone there. And know that you're loved, okay? Know that you are loved. It's very important. But the energy around you is negative. So the house that you live in, the apartment you live in, where you live, all these things are factors in what blockages, what's blocking you from being together with someone who would be a long-term partnership, okay? Having that family, having that, you know what I mean? That romantic person in your life. Some of you, it's problems within your marriage. If you are married, there are problems within your marriage, okay? Some of you live in a very chaotic household too. It's chaos, and you need to kind of bring it together. I want to say bring it together, okay? To me, you may just be kind of like the person that you're dating, or your partner may be what I call a vamp, okay? So, let's get, you know, someone who's draining, whose energy is very draining, okay? I want to say your partnership is very drama-filled, and there's just a lot of negativity there. You got to avoid, goblins to me are like, it's sort of like, I don't even want to use these words, but it's almost like the equivalent of the devil, where there's a lot of temptations, a lot of negativity, maybe drugs and alcohol is involved. To me, it's just negative stuff, okay? But you have the clearing house card, which is about letting things go, purging, okay? I want to say you need to clear out, if you're in a relationship, you need to clear it out. You need to clear it out. If you've broken up with someone, like, let's just say you live with someone that you're broken up with, they need to leave, okay? You need to clear that house. You need to clear that space. Get some roses. Get a shitload of salt. Start, you know, washing your entire house with salt. I don't care if you get Epsom salt, you get sea salt, you use the table salt. It doesn't matter, okay? You got to clear that shit, because it right now is very murky, okay? Murky, murky, murky. And also, the things that you have, you may be holding on to things from the past. It's time to let them go, okay? So this is when you have a garage sale. This is when you take a whole bunch of shit, you throw into a bag, and you go to Goodwill, okay? You just take it and drop it off and kiss it goodbye. Peace out, my bitches. That's what you do. You can even drive by like I used to do at 8 o'clock at night when they're closed. You just drop it off. They'll take it. They'll figure it out in the morning. You don't need a receipt. You just drop it and go. And if they don't want it, there's a dumpster right there which they can throw it out if they want to. So this is cleaning house. This is clearing any clutter. I want to see some of you live in a house with just a lot of clutter. It's not clean. It's not like you need to vacuum, you need to dust, you need to like do all the dishes, clear out the refrigerator, start scrubbing, wash the floor. Wash the bathroom. Seriously, just clear it. So some of you it's energetic stuff, but then some of you it's actually physically like dirty. It's actually physically like gross. I don't care if you have to scrub the sink down. If you scrub the inside of the dishwasher down, you scrub the inside of the waste basket down, the garbage basket, where you need to scrub. Okay, that's what I feel like you need to say. I need to say here, and vacuum and dust and sweep and like clear things out. And like I want to say change your sheets as well. Change your sheets, wash your sheets, wash your blankets. There's energy. It's very sticky energy, okay, that's around you, and it's attracting negative entities and negative energies, and you don't want that, okay? Make sure you get all the corners too. All the corners need to be salted and scrubbed. Okay, all the corners. You can do like you get like little glass and you fill it with water and some salt, okay, and leave it there for 24 to 48 hours, and then you pour it all down the drain. After that time, you just say clear, and it's done, okay? I want to say some of you who have pets, the pets need to be washed, okay? The pets need a bath. Like if you have cats, dogs, I don't care what you have, they're really dirty and they need to be washed. They need to be cleaned. They may not want it, but they need it. Some of you, you may have like a cat that's peeing all over the place, or you may have like a dog that's, like a puppy or something that's constantly peeing and pooing. Like, to me, it's just like your house smells really bad and your energy, the energy of the house is negative. So you need to clean it up. Whatever you need to do to clean it up, you get critical, Start to throw some shit out, that's what you got to do. That's what my mom used to say. It's true. It says, when you see the cleaning house card in a reading, it's time to declutter your life. It says, get rid of unwanted things in your physical home and release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business you should address? Thoughts, memories, and emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. Your conscience must be clear for you to move freely in the world. Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest. My mom would say, be critical, get critical, and clean house. That's what it says. Some of you, it's like old baggage, old emotional baggage from like an old relationship. You may be living in a house. Let's just say you're living in a house where you were living with like another partner, and like that partner is no longer there. You need to like clear the energy of that person. Make sure you get rid of all that stuff from that person out of the house, and actually start to put roses. People don't do this, but you need to do this. Get roses and put them in each room of the house, and sage and smudge as much as possible. It would be better if you got someone who is professionally energetic house clearing person to do this, okay? But that's what you can do if you don't want to do that. And I do want to, this card also is calling me the spark card, because to me this is you. Sagittarius, this is you. This is you with the spark. You're very spunky, sparky. To me, this is the spark of like a new relationship. This is like having chemistry with someone. Now, in the book, it's not what the way I see it is. I think it's I feel like it has to do with relationships and love. In the book, it's a little bit different, but I'm going to read it for you anyways. It says, there is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn into a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. This is passion. You may have passion for someone in specific, okay? They may not be your current partner, okay? Or they may not be single. I'm just going to say that because you got the Goblins card there. To me, it's a blockage in some way. I feel like you have to be careful, Sagittarius. You have to be careful because you may have a connection or chemistry with someone who isn't good for you. I feel like Sagittarius has almost too much spark. In a way, it's like, not delusion, but it's like optimism in the wrong place. Like you're hopeful, like you have chemistry, you have spark for someone who you shouldn't have chemistry and spark for. It's hard to explain. This to me is you being overly hopeful, overly like sparking for someone, again, who's not the right person or ultimately isn't going to be that great for you, okay? It's almost like you falling in love with the wrong person. Convincing yourself that you're in love. Sagittarius has a difficult time not seeing what's in front of them. You're not seeing it. Other people may see it, but you're not seeing it. So if you're in a relationship with someone or you're getting into a new relationship with someone, and this is not for everyone, but I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of living in this illusion that this person is good for you, but they're not. You're not thinking clearly. You're thinking, I'm in love with them. There's a spark there. There's a chemistry. But really, this person has baggage. This person has problems. Or you have baggage and you're not ready for a relationship, but you're just like hopeful, or you're not seeing what other people are seeing. I feel like you're going to learn something very valuable from this relationship. I feel like there's someone who's going to leave. You may leave a situation, or your partner's going to leave at some point. But I feel like because you have this spark in your heart for someone, you just have to, I don't want to see you getting hurt. And I feel like you may get hurt because you may have fallen in love with the wrong person, or you may have chemistry with the wrong person. Somebody's going to take advantage of you. Someone who's safe, similar to, I think it was Libra or Scorpio. It's some safety, some element of safety when you get involved with someone who's not emotionally available, or you get involved with someone who's not in a relationship, or you get involved with someone who's just not up to par, not up to standard in any way. Who's just not good for you. This is falling in love with the wrong person. Literally falling in love with the wrong person. They're not good enough for you. They're not at your level. This is you settling for someone who's very negative. Don't do that. You're better than that. But the problem is you see this spark. All you see is a spark. And so you're going with it anyways. And I just don't want to see you get hurt. That's all. I just don't. I am going to pull a few cards from my deck, okay, because I want to get a little bit more information here. Some of you are older, okay, and you've learned your lessons. You've learned a lot of life lessons. but you're not seeing what's in front of you. You're not seeing the obvious. That's what I was trying to say. You're not seeing the obvious. There's something that you're not seeing. And because either you're in love, or there's chemistry, or what you think is chemistry, or what you think is love, you're not seeing the obvious. The obvious may be very, very clear to other people, but just not you. You may be very much in lust with someone too. So to me, this is, you have unfinished business. You have unfinished business with someone, and you're completing some karmic karma thing. Like I said, you're going to get to a point where your karma is complete. But this is a very difficult lesson, and I feel like most likely you're going to get hurt. This is you discovering, okay, again, this is you discovering your partner is cheating. There's a big reveal, big fight, a big meltdown, and the end of a relationship coming. It says, if you are male Sagittarius, then you are sensitive and kind-hearted. You're so sweet. You're not the typical male. You are so special. It says you may embarrass men, and women will wear the pants in the relationship with you. It says you have so much love to offer. This is a woman will be lucky to have you. You have mastered balance, and you have no shadow. Some of you are in a quad situation where there's two couples cheating. You're married, and your husband's cheating, or your wife is cheating, and then you're cheating with another couple where their husband is also cheating, and you're cheating with their wife or their husband. You're going to get hurt because you're going to be, at some point, you're going to be drowning in sorrow, sadness, and pain, and you're going to use alcohol to kind of cope with this loss or the lies or some kind of temptation. You're going to be kind of coping with alcohol. Someone's going to be coping. Some of you one of you is an alcoholic, but some of you is just one of you is just coping with when you find out about stuff. It's sort of just like you're going to be very, very upset, and the only way for you to cope with it is to just drink and drink and drink and drink until you don't feel anything anymore. There is karma here within your relationships, and some of you have a cord of attachment issue, but you can't cut it because of karma. So it's like you're learning, you're taking a class. It's sort of like you're taking a life class about relationships, or a relationship class. Some of you are in a relationship, that's stuff that's happening down the line. Some of you are in a relationship where your needs are not being met by your partner, okay? Some of you, the communication really sucks with a partner. It just really is bad. Some of you are experiencing having an emotional affair, like either you're having an emotional affair or your partner's having an emotional affair. Some of you are in a relationship that you feel sucks. And this is also, if you are single, feeling unloved or unsupported. If you're not in a couple, if you're just single, feeling like you're not getting the love and support that you need from your friends or from family. In the recent past, if you're in a marriage situation, your marriage has been hell. Okay, this is the silent treatment, sleeping on the couch, drama, anxiety, arguments. It's terrible. Some of you may have had roommates in the past and wanted to have your own space. And space has become an issue. Either if you're single and you actually have roommates, or if you're married, whatever the case is, whatever your living environment, there's a need for alone time, a need for personal space, taking time to think clearly. Some of you are just dating and you're having like one night stands or two night stands, or you're just hooking up with someone that you don't really care about. Some of you have, at least one of you has a crystal child. Someone who, this child needs crystals for healing, herbs and infusions, physical therapies, working with animals, and lots of love. Okay, so that's what your child needs. If you have a crystal child or child with special needs, that's the thing that's going to help them heal them best. Okay, physically, emotionally, You literally got the, you always get the Sagittarius, but I'm going to read it anyways. You got the Miss Lonely Hearts or Miss Desperation card, okay? This is someone who's going to do anything for a relationship but fuck like a rabbit. May have tendencies to OCD about sex or may have a high sex drive, okay? I mean, here. Morally, you can go either way. It says you tend to be desperate, lonely, needy. And I quote, recyclers, fixers, or stalkers, okay? It says, this person will live with an ex or have many people on call as they cannot be alone. They have a need for sex, but also a need for a relationship. Once in a partnership, it would be hard to break up with them as they will do anything for constant affection. It says, would be excellent in bed and will love you forever if you love them back, okay? To me, that is you, Sagittarius, okay? So you got to watch out, For those of you who are in a relationship, your marriage sucks. Or your relationship sucks, and it's not actually a relationship, it's just something where you're just hooking up with people, okay? And it seems like a relationship, but you're making it more than it is, okay? I've talked about recycling before, I've talked about fixing before. Some of you are trying to fix a person or want a person who has a problem. Some of you are trying to fix like an alcoholic, or you're waiting for someone who's in rehab, or there's something. Sagittarius, like take the lost puppies in. To me, a drug addict or an alcoholic is a lost puppy. Try to avoid it if possible, Sagittarius. You have a huge heart, but your time and your energy is wasted on these people. You may have been in a relationship with a vamp, someone who's sucked your energy dry, someone who's very, very negative, and it can be male or it can be female. Your partner, I feel like, in the end, if you're going to continue on with somebody who's very negative, you haven't learned the lesson yet, and it's going to take a lot. To me, it's going to take you getting your heart broken and realizing something, and it's going to come as a shock because you're not understanding it right now. And right now, you're thinking everything's cool, everything's fine, da 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 da, because you're overly optimistic about a relationship that needs to be cut off, or a person who's just sucks. Like, they just suck. So, if you are Miss Desperation and Miss Lonely Hearts, female Sagittarius, could be Mr. Desperation or Mr. Lonely Hearts, you need to go out and start dating and find somebody that's going to make you happy. You need a relationship, okay? And you need sex. Some of you need to have sex. So, you need to kind of focus on not recycling, not fixing, not stalking people, but getting into healthy relationships. Some of you are very creative. Some of you are artists. You need to work with your creativity. To me, the spark is the spark of creativity. So it will help your energy to do creative things. So try your best to kind of make time for that. That is all for right now. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, Google Passing. Really appreciate it. I send you guys big hugs like I always do. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.